Welcome to our lesson on multiplying and dividing polynomials. Polynomials are expressions containing variables with non-negative integer exponents and coefficients. For example, x squared plus 3x minus 4 is a polynomial. In this video, we'll learn how to multiply and divide polynomials using straightforward methods that you can apply to any polynomial problem. Let's start with multiplication of polynomials. Let's say we want to multiply x plus 2 and x minus 3. We use the distributive property, which means we multiply each term in the first polynomial by each term in the second polynomial. For binomials, you might have heard of the FOIL method: first, outer, inner, last. But really, it's just the distributive property in action. Let's work through this step by step. First, multiply x by x to get x squared. Next, multiply x by negative 3 to get negative 3x. Then, multiply 2 by x to get positive 2x. Finally, multiply 2 by negative 3 to get negative 6. Combining like terms, we get x squared minus 3x plus 2x minus 6, which simplifies to x squared minus x minus 6. Let's try a more complex example. Suppose we want to multiply x squared plus 2x plus 1 and x minus 3. Again, we multiply each term in the first polynomial by each term in the second. First, multiply x squared by x to get x cubed. Then, multiply x squared by negative 3 to get negative 3x squared. Next, multiply 2x by x to get 2x squared. Then, multiply 2x by negative 3 to get negative 6x. Next, multiply 1 by x to get x. Finally, multiply 1 by negative 3 to get negative 3. Combining like terms, we get the final answer: x cubed minus 3x squared plus 2x squared minus 6x plus x minus 3, which simplifies to x cubed minus x squared minus 5x minus 3. Another method for multiplying polynomials is the array or grid method. Let's use our first example: x plus 2 times x minus 3. We create a grid where the terms of the first polynomial label the rows, and the terms of the second polynomial label the columns. Then we fill in each cell with the product of its row and column terms. Finally, we add all the terms in the grid to get our result, x squared minus x minus 6, which matches our previous answer. Now, let's move on to division of polynomials. When dividing polynomials, we can use polynomial long division, which is similar to the long division you learned for numbers, but with variables. Let's divide x squared minus 5x plus 6 by x minus 2. Here's how polynomial long division works. First, we set up the division by writing the polynomial in descending order of exponents. We ask, how many times does x go into x squared? The answer is x. Then we multiply x by the divisor x minus 2 to get x squared minus 2x. We subtract this from x squared minus 5x, giving us negative 3x plus 6. Next, we ask, how many times does x go into negative 3x? The answer is negative 3. We multiply negative 3 by x minus 2 to get negative 3x plus 6. Subtracting, we get 0, which means our division is complete with no remainder. So, x squared minus 5x plus 6 divided by x minus 2 equals x minus 3. Let's also look at synthetic division, which is a shorthand method for dividing by a linear binomial of the form x minus a. For our example, x squared minus 5x plus 6 divided by x minus 2, we first write down the value of which is 2. Then we write the coefficients of the dividend: 1, negative 5, and 6. We bring down the first coefficient, 1. Then we multiply 1 by 2 to get 2, and add it to negative 5 to get negative 3. Next, we multiply negative 3 by 2 to get negative 6, and add it to 6 to get 0. The bottom row gives us the coefficients of the quotient and remainder. So the quotient is 1, negative 3, or x minus 3, with a remainder of 0. Let's try one more example with a remainder. Divide x cubed plus 2x squared minus 5x plus 2 by x plus 1. We'll use synthetic division again, with it equal to negative 1, since x plus 1 equals x minus negative 1. We write the coefficients: 1, 2, negative 5, 2. Bring down the 1. Multiply 1 by negative 1 to get negative 1, and add it to 2 to get 1. Multiply 1 by negative 1 to get negative 1, and add it to negative 5 to get negative 6. Multiply negative 6 by negative 1 to get 6, and add it to 2 to get 8. So the quotient is x squared plus x minus 6, with a remainder of 8. This means x cubed plus 2x squared minus 5x plus 2, divided by x plus 1 equals x squared plus x minus 6 plus 8 over x plus 1. Let's summarize what we've learned. For multiplication, we use the distributive property to multiply each term in the first polynomial by each term in the second polynomial, then combine like terms. For division, we can use polynomial long division or synthetic division to find the quotient and remainder. Remember, when dividing, if the remainder is 0, the divisor is a factor of the dividend. If there is a remainder, we express it as a fraction over the divisor. Thank you for watching. Practice these methods to become proficient in multiplying and dividing polynomials.